Hello everyone, I'm Tomislav. People call me Haba because of the last name. I'm a JS developer in Infinum in Zagreb office, and I'm also a team lead in Infinum. I'll share my journey from non-IT world, from design to the current role. And this is basically a summary. I started the IT in the Zagreb University of Applied Sciences, or TVZ, and I studied there IT design. That was mostly graphical design, web design, like designing web components, some textual files, and so on. And from that point, I want to get a job. My first unofficial job was web development, or that was how that role was called. And in the end, it was data entry, because that was WordPress pages, and all I had to do all the time is just install a template on a server and fill the data. Then talk to client, fill the data again. Refactor. I decided I need to move on. After that job, I got a job as a web designer. But fun fact, before I got the job, I applied to some company that's called Infinum, and I had no idea what HTML or CSS is. And I applied for, again, web developer. I got turned down. But in the end, okay, web design at company, that was my first official job in IT, and the company was called IT1. And yeah, again, not what I thought of. I was designing some web components, graphical design. I was even at one point designing tarot and 18+ ads. And yeah, it was terrible. I decided I need to switch things around. I was always driven by logic, not by creativity. And I decided I want to try out learning some new stuff, learn how to code. And I googled it. What can you do? I googled it. I googled Codecademy. That's online platform for learning how to code. And web development makes sense. Go JS course. Okay. I learned HTML, CSS, and JS. The main point here is just to start. At that time, I was working 8 to 4 on web designer, developer job. I was renovating my apartment, so after the work I would go and paint walls, put laminate flooring and so on, and in the evening I was learning. So it took a lot of effort, but at the end, in that company, I was able to do part-time actual web development, and I started learning Angular there. After a few years there, I was at the beach. I was chilling, and I saw an ad of Infinum. They are hiring, and they are hiring Angular experts. Me, at the time, I was expert. Definitely, with 1 year of experience, that's a senior level, I have to apply. And yeah, in the end, I applied, and due to one big man in the crowd here, thanks Shafo, for hiring me, Angular expert with 1 year of experience. Jokes aside, he recognized my willingness to learn new things, my drive, my effort that I had at that time. And yeah, I got hired, and at that time I was on a project on which I'm still. It's a good project. And don't laugh, come on. It is good. And yeah, I learned Angular more and more and more. I started with Angular 2, now it's Angular almost 20, and I learned a lot during these years. Sometime in the middle, after a few years at Infinum, I had really good mentors, really good colleagues. I had environment to grow, to learn from other people. And I came to a level where I could be a mentor to somebody else. And at that time, we needed more people on the project. It's a good project. And we needed Infinum Academy, which we have at the moment for Ruby on Rails, so feel free to apply. I had to say that. So yeah, I decided let's go with Angular Academy, but we had no course. So I wrote the curriculum for that, and I, along with my colleague, started mentoring people, and we rolled out, I think, 2 versions of Angular Academy up until now, and it's major success. This is one of the best chapters in Infinum for me, as I had the chance to give back to the community what community gave to me. And yeah, from 1 year after that, I became a team lead. I was recognized for being a good mentor, good people, with good people skills. So thanks, Shafa, again, for taking me as a team lead. And along the way, I learned a few things about myself, about my journey, and some tips that I could share with you for people who are outside of the IT, how to come to IT. First of all, learning never stops. If you want to join IT, you have to know that in IT, it's constant change. The only constant is change. So each day you get a new JS framework, of course. You get new versions of the apps. Everything is changing, and you need to keep up. If you want to be on the top, you need to keep up. There are some people, I know a few people, that are able to consume the whole programming language and learn it in 1 day. I was not one of those people, and many of us are not. And it takes a lot of hard work to get there from our perspective, especially as someone from non-IT background. And you need to try explore learning in every moment that you have. So use opportunity to take every feature that you have to implement and think about it. Can I learn something from this? For example, if you need to implement a feature where you have a button that opens a pop-up, think about it. Will you just make a method, connect to things, push it, and give it to QA, satisfy the client? Or will you invest in yourself and your future and think about what happens if I click this button? Why does pop-up open? What happens in the background? What is event loop? And so on. So think about everything that you do and use it for your future careers. Second thing, learn by doing. You need to start. So you can always read blog posts, you can learn from documentation, you can even learn from AI. But real learning comes when you roll up your sleeves and start coding. Take one to-do app, just another to-do app. Create one shopping list. The important thing is not the project. You have to know that it's not the project, it's you. You are the one who is developing yourself, your knowledge, your future skills. The only way to learn and to gain experience is through the mistakes you will make. So each mistake is something new that you can use in the future on how to solve problems and so on. Next thing, this is one of the greatest problems of academy and universities and schools that they bring. When the whole life you're trained just to get a good grade, to move on to next grade, to get a test, solve it, checkbox, okay, give me the paper, I have a diploma, let's go on. Only thing you learn from that is to get a piece of paper, get the checkbox, and move on. This will enable you. Yes, until the point where you stop working, when you start working, because the whole knowledge that you will consume is the knowledge that you should learn is from all the tests, all the lectures and everything is knowledge, because that is the direct investment in your future. I see this often in academy when my students present homework. their goal is to give homework, to pass it on, and just move on. And Infinum Academy is free. So only thing that you need is to invest your time into your future, because we just want you to learn so that you will be a better developer tomorrow. And one of the key things here is to ask not how things are built, but also why. Expand your questions, and with that you will learn more. Fourth thing, AI. Use your tools wisely. Don't just copy paste. Don't be a tab developer and just tab through solution. Because that way you will not learn. You will just implement feature, you will push it to production, and everybody will be happy. And what about you? What about your future knowledge? You don't get anything from that. You only get the satisfied client. Invest in you, invest in your time, in your careers, in your future. Don't let AI and tools think for you. AI will give you a solution on how to write a recursion. Sure, yeah, tab it works. But do you really understand what recursion is? Do you really understand what it brings? So, what does it bring? The key here is to use tools for what they should be used. Don't let AI think for you instead of you. Let it be you need to know the solution, and AI and tools that you use need to push you faster towards the goal where you want to be. And last but not least, push your limits. When I joined Infinum, I was afraid to give a presentation in a small room of 5 people. And I was not able to talk. I had sweaty palms, I was stuttering, maybe I stutter still, but the point is, you need to take your limits and push it. From that point, I started presenting on stand-ups. That is something like internal meetups. From that point, I volunteered for Academy, internal talks. Then last year I was presenting in Ljubljana for a technical talk about passkeys, something in front of about 120 people, in a technical talk where you have audience which questions you for your technical skills. And throughout the years, one bit at a time, one step at a time, I got rid of my fear. How I volunteered to push myself into some awkward and positions out of my comfort zone. And this is one of the key things. Push your limits, because after some time they will just dissolve. So, to recap, just start. Start, take another to-do app, just get your hands dirty. Second, don't guess your way through problems, learn from your problems. Use your tools, don't let them think for you. You do the thinking and enable faster development with your tools. Keep pushing your limits, and last of all, be an engineer. Don't just code. Ask questions. Ask, how does my feature, thing that I am developing, influences the whole ecosystem? How can I bring value, additional value, to the client, or even to the project that I'm developing? And yeah, that's it from me. Thank you for your attention, and questions later.